All right, first at 4, investigators are still working to piece together a trail of terror and murder across parts of our region. Good evening, I'm Adam Longo.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. An 11-hour carjacking and shooting rampage from the district to Maryland that ended with the carjacker being killed by police. Police say it all began shortly before 6 last night with a carjacking and shooting in the 900 block of K Street Northwest.
So that victim is in critical condition. About an hour later, police say the unidentified attacker attempted another carjacking on 3rd Street in Northeast. No one was hurt there. But then at 7:15, he allegedly shot a second person during another carjacking at 3rd and N Streets in Northeast. That victim died. Police say the crime wave then moved into Prince George's County. The carjacker dumped the murder victim's car and then carjacked 2 more vehicles.
Before everything ended early this morning on Annapolis Road in West Lanham Hills.
That's where we find our Scott Broom, who will pick it up from there. Scott, what have you been able to find out?
Well, you've ticked off all of these carjackings. Authorities describe this as nothing less than a violent rampage, which may have been fueled by some sort of mental health crisis, and it was made even more fearsome because of the violence of it, the deadliness of it, and how much of it appeared to be completely random. It ended here on Annapolis Road in West Lanham Hills about 4:30. When police from neighboring New Carrollton found this disabled Nissan Rogue with a flat tire, mysteriously abandoned in the middle of the road with no one around. The car was ultimately linked to a suspect caught on camera at the scene of a D.C. fatal carjacking hours before, who then took his trail of mayhem into Maryland. Here's how Thomas Lester of Maryland's Attorney General's office described what happened in the moments after the Nissan was found with no one around.
They learned that the vehicle had been carjacked in Prince George's County, and officers began canvassing the area. During their canvass, officers encountered an adult male who walked up to them. This male produced 2 handguns. During that time, 2 New Carrollton officers discharged their service weapons, striking the man.
The shooting scene, as captured on a neighboring security camera, was the end of 11 hours of terror, a rampage from D.C. to Maryland that left 1 carjacking victim dead, another in critical condition. Along the way, the suspect also apparently randomly fired at 2 police cars, including at a Maryland state trooper who was helping a disabled motorist on the shoulder of I-95 South in Laurel at 3 in the morning.
That shot struck the trooper's windshield. The trooper then took cover.
Police have not named the suspect, but D.C. police said early on a key witness had this for them.
The information that we do have is that potentially there was a mental health concerns with this individual, and he went on this spree. So this is not a typical carjacking or crime spree. It does appear there's mental health concerns and overtones related to this.
Our condolences to all the victims involved in this horrendous act of violence throughout D.C. and Maryland.
New Carrollton Police Chief David Rice believed it's over and that his police officers were not hurt. We had the leaders of police agencies from both D.C. and Maryland, all of them expressing condolences to the community about this terror, which extended, as you heard, all the way up to I-95 in Laurel, where this guy apparently took some sort of pot shot at a Maryland state trooper. And of course, the question is exactly who was he? Why did this happen? Could any of it have been prevented? A massive investigation from here has started with all of these agencies involved, trying to piece all of that together, including collecting video from many of the locations, some of which you saw in our reporting, a video of the carjacker leaving a scene in D.C. with a door hanging open. And of course, the Maryland Attorney General is here to investigate the police shooting, which is required by Maryland law. The Attorney General's office says by law they will have to release any body-worn camera video they obtain within 20 days. Reporting live in West Lanham Hills in Prince George's County, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
It's hard to comprehend just how violent and senseless this entire rampage was. Scott, thank you.